In a busy little town, people began their mornings with energy and purpose. Some were heading to the fields, others opened their shops, while merchants prepared their goods for the day. Amid this activity, a young man named Theo sat lazily under a tree, lost in his thoughts. Theo was strong, healthy, and capable, yet he was known across the village for his laziness and poverty. He dreamed of wealth and comfort, but never lifted a finger to earn them. Instead of working, he spent his days waiting for fortune to magically appear. Even his meals came from the generosity of kind-hearted villagers who pitied him. The gift of milk one morning. A wealthy merchant decided to distribute fresh milk to the poor as a gesture of gratitude for a bountiful harvest. When Theo heard the news, he rushed to join the line. Moments later, he proudly carried home a pot of milk, creamy, fragrant, and delicious. At home, Theo used the firewood his father had prepared earlier and boiled the milk. He poured himself a cup, enjoyed it with 2 pieces of bread, and left the rest beside his bed. Instead of helping his father in the fields afterward, he decided to lie down and daydream. The dream of easy wealth. As Theo rested, he stared at the pot of milk and began to imagine. He thought, by tomorrow, this milk will harden and turn into cheese. I can sell it in the market and make money. Then his imagination grew wilder. With that money, I'll buy a hen. The hen will lay eggs, and those eggs will hatch into chicks. I'll raise them, sell them, and soon I'll own a poultry farm. Theo smiled, lost in his fantasy. After that, I'll buy cows and open a dairy farm. Everyone will buy milk from me. I'll become rich, maybe even the richest man in town. Then I'll buy jewelry. Perhaps even the king himself will buy from me. I'll marry a beautiful woman from a wealthy family and we'll have a son. But if my son turns out lazy, I'll teach him a lesson and hit him with a stick. Caught up in the excitement of his fantasy, Theo picked up a stick beside him and swung it in the air, accidentally striking the pot of milk. The pot shattered, spilling all the milk across the floor. Theo froze. In an instant, his grand dreams vanished, just like the spilled milk. Reality hit him hard. His laziness had left him with nothing once again. The same old Theo. The next morning, Theo wandered through the village, hoping that someone else would give out free food or charity, but life hadn't changed. He was still poor, still lazy, and still waiting for luck to arrive. The villagers shook their heads in pity. They knew Theo's problem wasn't bad luck, it was his lack of effort. The lesson, dear friends, many of us are like Theo. We dream big, but we don't act. We want success, but we wait for miracles instead of working for them. True success doesn't come from wishful thinking. It comes from hard work, discipline, and persistence. If we want to achieve something, our actions must match our aspirations. If we want blessings, we must work with faith and determination. Even if you've been lazy before, you can still change. Start today. Build habits that bring progress, not excuses. Because your destiny is shaped not by your dreams, but by your actions. Key vocabulary from the story: aspirations, strong hopes or ambitions. Example: she has big aspirations to become a doctor. Distribute, to give something to others. Example: the teacher distributed homework to all students. Bountiful, plentiful, in large quantity. Example: the farmer had a bountiful harvest this year. Imagination, the ability to form new ideas or pictures in your mind. Example: children often have active imaginations. Poverty, the state of being poor. Example: many people live in poverty despite working hard. Miserable, very unhappy or uncomfortable. Example: he felt miserable after losing his favorite toy. Accidentally, by mistake, without intention. Example: she accidentally dropped the glass. Fantasy, a dream or idea that is not real. Example: he had a fantasy of becoming a superhero. Persistence, the ability to keep going despite obstacles. Example: she was persistent in solving the puzzle. Generosity, the quality of being kind and giving. Example: her generosity was clear when she donated food to the poor. Moral of the story: don't waste your time dreaming without action. Success is not built on fantasies, it's built on effort, discipline, and faith. Work for your dreams, and one day, your results will speak louder than your imagination.